Hey yo, y'all! Welcome to WatchaMania. This your AEW Collision State College. I almost said State Collision. State College, Pennsylvania. Watch along and live reactions. September 16th. I'm your host, Happy Devin. How y'all doing? What's up, bro? What's up, Rhea? How you doing? I changed my name now. TV. I need to know what your name was to know if I'm doing good. Nice to see you, Cam. Hope you've been well throughout the day. Well, you just said you're well. Sorry. Something just popped up right over here on my desk, and I'm trying to tend to it, and I'm not doing it very subtly. But I'm glad you're doing good. Glad your day has been well to you. Thank you. Happy Saturday night. Happy Saturday night, Todd. Thank you. I'm a little bit of a just little extra lax right now. I've just kind of been gaming and stuff all day. It's been my weekends this last couple of days. Sorry if you're hearing any background noise. Also, y'all do drop a thumbs up on the way in if you'd be so kind. Be very helpful. But yeah, y'all ready for Saturday night's Dragon's Den? BCC in action as babyfaces, and I am ready for it. Well, presumably. We have Claudio still being a heel, and I'm wondering if Eddie Kingston's going to pop up as a result of that. You know, I'm wondering if he's going to get in. TV will... I mean, you have a different name than you probably did before, so I'd have to know what your previous name is to know if I remember you or not. Skewer Designs have been kicking your butt today. Yeah, today has kind of been, like, defeating me creatively. They loosely look good. Okay, nice, nice. Love to see to prevail through it all. How you doing, Dara? Yes. Hope your Saturday's been good to you as well. It's been a bit of a chill day. No, it's been a completely chill day for me. Actually, I've done like well, I did the fantasy league points, the fantasy stable league points. Getting all my terms mixed up. I'll get there eventually, y'all. Hopefully I can learn how to words by the time the show starts. Which I thought was in a second, but yeah. That's right, I pulled the splash screen down a little earlier. But yes, Stevie, what was your previous username? Because I feel like once you say that, then I will. Is it... Well, you say TV, so it leads me to believe. Sure, if I'm pronouncing it. I'm trying to see if I remember the profile picture, because I can't really see the profile pictures very well from this side, so I don't often pay attention to them much. Like, I couldn't, and this isn't even a slight on anybody, like, I couldn't tell you what Todd's profile picture is, or, honestly, I couldn't tell you what Dara's is either from this perspective. I know Cam's, because I went through the trouble of looking at it up close. But that's, other than that, yeah. They're like really teeny tiny on the stream. What's it called? Stream dashboard. Kind of interesting that Enix has only lyrics in this song. Most of them are just instrumental. Also, shout out to Enix. That's the music you hear playing all the time. Enix is this fun musician who does remixes of wrestling themes from the 80s and 90s. Well, does them from all eras in an 80s or 90s tone. According to what I was saying to a friend about the PWI and said, dragging by an American, American, you'll say. Saved. Appreciate you, Ray. Yeah, I think once I get the energy going, I might be able to. You know what it might be? I'm really hungry. I've not eaten really anything of note today. Myself a couple of cookies as a snack earlier. That's about it. How's your day? It was very chill, Todd. Kind of gamed all day. I tried downloading a few things and stuff like that. They also, like, a few games, ROMs and stuff like that. And they ended up not working out the way I wanted them to. So there was that, but it wasn't really much of a thing. You know, it still was enjoyable, all things. It's, like, still was enjoyable time when I was able to get going along with the friends that I was vibing with. American Nielsen. It kind of does, doesn't it, Rhea? Hello, Zoe. Welcome. Welcome. So, greetings. Welcome, Lone Star. How goes it, friends? It's almost time. I get a feeling we're going to open with the World Tag Title match. Y'all ready for that? I know I am. Zoe! Yes. This is how I am when Zoe comes around. There we go. That gets me. Tis I. Yes, doing other things. I'm doing pretty good. Been quite a vibe for me today, all things considered. I'm going to get this fired up so we can catch those opening promos. I believe I missed some of them for us last week. I don't want to do that again. Momentum. Hitting some turbulence, y'all. Way back. Oh, wow. Got in it. Okay. Wait, hold. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, there we go. Yes, just on time.
Last week, you choked me out with a BCC shirt, and you say that you're hungry. You say that you're greedy. Well, let's see how hungry you are after I shove my fist down.
My Timbs are still soaked with the blood of John Moxley, and tonight, more BCC blood will be spilled.
Bryan and Claudio, there's no place on this show for glory hogs, and that's why me and Big Bill are gonna prove tonight why we are the face of Collision.
I know going into tonight that Britt's got the home field advantage. We're at her alma mater. And I might be a little sore from my main event match last night. But I'm not just any old champion. I am the fighting champion, and tonight belongs to Stacked. We are here in State College, Pennsylvania, and we are your first AEW Collision Women's main event. Time for me to come home with that TBS Women's Championship title and tell everybody why TBS is the Britt Show.
Seems like the Acclaimed were too busy scissoring each other and didn't take enough time to read the contract. Bowens, you're not wrestling Evil Uno. You're wrestling the Meat Man.
So a real win tonight because Dark
Right.
is good.
Yo, listen, we've been trio champs for 20 days!
That's right. And contracts
Yeah.
or not, whether it's 1, whether it's 4, the 5-2 player, the man with the best sizz in the biz, Anthony Bowens, is gonna beat that ass because everyone loves the Acclaimed.
I'm here for it. The Meat Man. Love that call. Saturday. Love this. Vigil's got some he's got some renewed vigor. And I'll tell y'all what I told my friend Ben earlier. This show better have a 30-minute main event like every other Collision. The women should be getting a 30-minute main event every other get just like everyone else on Collision has got. I won't stand for it. Yeah, Cam. Kind of with you. Now that it's John Silver in there, I'm definitely hoping that he gets it. And honestly, that might be for the best, because then that can set up a trios match a little bit more organically without having a title eliminator. We're opening with this tag match. Okay. Revolution is televised.
Tag team action to start. Kevin Kelly and the former Ring of Honor World Champion Nigel McGuinness. We are here. Your opening contest is
So good. Big Bill in the back. Love to see it. Just looming in the background. Like the unteachable giant that he is.
A lot of battles between Ricky Starks, Big Bill, and the BCC, Nigel. Ricky Starks, of course, not only choked Bryan Danielson out last Saturday, but last Wednesday it got big-time physical with Moxley. Let's take a look. It was a match for the international title, and as you
That's right, this triangle armbar. It's great.
stopping Ricky Starks, but there would be some payback by Starks on Big Bill. Ultimately, I believe that Castagnoli.
Yeah, Claudio's in this weird position right now because he's out and out the heel in his program with with Eddie. But then over here with Mox and Danielson, he is playing like babyface support. BCC is just BCC. They're, tweeners out now, but. He came out of the face. They both came out of the face tunnel. Okay, it's official. Babyface turn it was. You called it, Cam. It happened. Yes, you did, Cam. You absolutely did. I thought it was going to be a bit more of a slow burn, but no, they are simply, that was it. Hey, what's up? How goes it? Spot Unleashed. Welcome. I feel bad. TV Woman never told me what their handle was before, because I'm sure I know them if I knew their other handle, but I didn't find out. I mean, yes, but no. It's weird, because, why is this pillow not wanting to cooperate? Because, if Claudio comes out of the face title at Grand Slam, that's going to be interesting. It was literally blood-soaked Tim's. Wow. They are still kind of bullies, but they're bullies people like. Yuta's the only one who's really has not demonstrated any shifting of alignment.
Coming up this Wednesday at Arthur Ashe Stadium, AEWTix.com. Tickets start as low as $20, and it is going to be a happening.
What are you doing? Starks on the apron. It's a good time. Also, y'all, before we really get into this match, do drop a thumbs up if you haven't already. Do double check, make sure you have. Really helps us get some discovery going. Helps people find these streams in case they're looking for an environment just like this. That could be a good bullying sit syndrome. I resonate with that more than I'd like to admit. Easy our faces and AEW heels and Ring of Honor. You know what? That's not a bad shout, Kim. Right. I want to say I am. I watched earlier today. I watched Danielson Omega over again, and I remember that atmosphere of that match, that show. It was so magnificent. Grand Slam really is a special event. So John Silver instead of Evil Uno. Change that up in the description real quick.
Take a look on the face of Danielson. He realizes the power and the strength. He doesn't want any of Big Bill. Bring in Big Castagnoli. Collision debut tonight for the Hardys against the Righteous. Looking forward to see Matt and Jeff. And what a main event this will be, Nigel. Hey, Kris Statlander, TBS champion, as she said.
It's very interesting that Jade's loss is what set this match up. That's my sole purpose. Say that. I appreciate that. We need more people like that. Like, oops, say right. So it's just like, they just really cut deep with that one. This match is going to do well to his reestablished Claudio as babyface too, with him muscling back against the larger man. He can really do babyface well. I don't think he's given enough credit for that. That and grilling women's wrestling haters. Yes, Rhea. Roast them alive. Claudio is a large lad. I would agree, Lone Star. Very large indeed. Not quite 7 feet, but he too is an unteachable height.
Bryan Danielson tricked Ricky Starks into the match, and he had an unfair advantage anyway. He's been married
Not the bald man. Oh. Oh, I got blurry. Oh. Focus. There we go. Oh, you saw the cut on my finger.
back into the mat, and now the tag. Castagnoli and Danielson. 5 count. Oh, Big Bill's not
Have you not heard of Minami Toyota? Greatest women's wrestler of all time, in my opinion. And that's coming from someone who's only seen a handful of her matches. Just an absolute magnificent talent. Revolutionized Joshi wrestling, women's wrestling, period.
absolutely was. And let's not forget in that strap match,
Greatest wrestler.
Ricky Starks quit. Yes, he beat him. Starks passed out, but he never quit. Ooh, look at those right hands.
Nice. I wasn't ready for him to just his pose there. That is just so smooth. I wish the crowd popped for it more or booed him or something.
Starks was once told that he lives bigger than he dreams. Oh,
I'm sorry, what spot? Huh?
that look on Dragon's face before.
Danielson announcing last week.
Sorry, fam. I'm not picking. Maybe it's just because I'm not. I don't consume Spider-Man content, so I don't know what the reference might be.
Odysseus returning from the Trojan Wars. And now a flurry of offense in the corner. Oh, wow. Starks, cover your face. That's your money maker.
Danielson still has to be careful of the right arm, which is not 100% healed.
Yeah, I haven't seen. Oh, he didn't use his left arm. That was interesting. Why did Ricky not use his left arm? Y'all notice that when he went for the Hurricane Rana on Ricky, grabbed him and he only grabbed his leg with the right arm and held the left arm. Maybe I'm just overthinking. No spot. Have not seen the new Spider-Man movie. I don't really follow the MCU, whichever it's called. I saw Endgame. Was a great watch.
Comes before the fall. And at Wrestle Dream, October the 1st, when he faces the greatest technical wrestler.
Spot, I see. Okay. So, man, with Spidey effects.
Starks putting Danielson down. You notice Danielson is really just focusing on using his left jab. And then
Oh, that was loud. What a chop.
Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Rhea, that's a great shout. I didn't even put that together. That's so awesome. To see Matt, and of course, Max, well, not of course, but of all people, Maxine Dupree. Because he's hot.
Ricky Starks have their way.
These young fans off to our right are screaming their opening tag team.
What a year it's been.
I'm going to do that one.
So far, winning the Owen Hart.
This goes so far back. I remember in 2018 when Big Cass was the first singles program Danielson had after his returning from his retirement.
It's the inspiration of Ricky Starks. He's a star maker.
Hang on now.
As well as a star. Oh, look at that.
Starks forced Danielson
Pet
to take his
spider.
eye off the ball.
Nuts.
Anything Ricky Starks can't do. Yes.
Huh?
He's earned it. He's earned
So surely we're building to another Starks-Danielson match, right? Is it just going to be a normal match, seeing as they already had a stipulation match? It'll be one of those reverse builds? Or are they going to have a different kind of stipulation match?
When you've got somebody like Pretty Ricky, when you've got Big Bill and you've got Bryan Danielson,
Big Bill and Ricky Starks are really managing to work out as a team.
things do not bode well for the Blackpool Combat Club.
And you look at the larger picture, Big Bill's really proving to be able to work well as a pair with anyone.
opportunity against the best tag team in the world. That's still to come here tonight. But I'm just loving this.
The ultimate crap game for me for FTR. And Claudio has got control of his emotions.
What do you mean? Are you foul for that? I will find you and throw you. I will. wild statements out here.
And Danielson staring across that 20 by 20, what must seem like an ocean between he and the corner. He needs to make a tag. Can't wait to hear from Aussie Open later on as well. And how about this, Andrade, El Idolo.
Yo, Ron, what's up?
On the comeback trail.
And don't try. Ray left or fucks it home. Oh, he's going for the strut. The new school. Stark school.
He didn't want to be part of the Blackpool Combat Club. To quote Groucho Marx, I would
Block you. I am well. Ron Duffy. Also, shout out to y'all. We already got to 10 likes in the first match. Shout out. That's awesome. Appreciate y'all, really. It was a weak comeback. How are you? Oh my gosh, we got a scrap in the chat. Ruthless. Spot, you ready? Yeah, I don't know if you're ready for the heat. Did. Appreciate you. Appreciate How are you? That's a. I am doing well, Ron. Been enjoying the show and the company. Chat, y'all have been fun tonight. Y'all have brought the extra energy, that weekend energy. See you in the ring for a death match. How about that? Oh my gosh, yes. This is how Zoe makes her death match debut. I joke that spot. That's a little. I don't think you get it. Welcome, Hassan. So, LMD. Let's go. They're out of Collision. Happy AEW Collision friend. Happy Saturday. Happy wrestling. Yes, full comeback en route. Claudio looked like he wanted to reach for the tag, but he's not sure if that's what Danielson wants. Oh no, he's helping him fire up. Let's go. Danielson, you're calm down, buddy. You're a few shakes away from one of those Caesar cells that you're not allowed to do. I firmly believe that was a part of that new edict released last month just for him. Right? That was pretty wild, Hassan. It's like a trinket. Spot, no, none of that. You need to calm down there, bud. I just saw that. No, that's a little bit much. No, Spot, we're not gonna not do that. I'm gonna watch that, bud. Oh, he's lighting him up with these Euros. Oh, and now the clotheslines. Let's go. Taking the jokes a little too far. However, Rhea versus Zoe deathmatch. I'm here for that. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Euros and lariats alike. He took him down. Peace out, fam. Oh my gosh, a TKO? Scorpio Sky's literally going to be working a match later on tonight. I think that's a little not cool. That's literally the man's finish. You don't even normally do TKOs. I don't think that was on purpose, but like, huh.
Castagnoli versus Kingston. He'll be the most hated man in New York City come Wednesday night. No doubt about it, that's for sure. Floats up but gets caught. Choke slam. Oh, that'll do it. See you later. Big win. Oh.
Woohoo.
Bryan Danielson nowhere
Here we
to
go.
be seen in his
Claudio versus Eddie. Yes, next week is going to be championship, well, title versus title. Let's see what we got.
as Ricky Starks now comes in off the tag. Take another look at
Alright, there yo. Love to hear it. Grand Slam is gonna be a just banger after banger from the looks of it. Got Tony Storm versus Saraya there as well.
State College is Swingtown here tonight.
A town being called college is continuously throwing me off.
Ended it there. Don't think they could have made 22 times in a row. Here's the cover.
Rhea.
Oh no.
Rhea continuing the build to the death match.
Scorpion deathlock, but no chance yet. Big Bill's not going to let that stay. And the Moxley blood-soaked boots of
Oh, the second boot got him though. So, strike back, Zoe. You're foul for that. Strike back, Zoe. Smart. Oh, rolled up into the DDT. I love how I was just talking about how that move doesn't happen anymore. That reversal specifically doesn't happen very often. And then I just saw it. Remove 7 hands. Dude.
Is in Castagnoli's corner. There's no dragon there. Danielson on his face. What an amazing match, and we're just getting started. The uppercut.
He's done. He kicked out. Okay. I thought that might have just been the end.
Gets tagged back in.
He's been winning with that uppercut a lot lately, specifically the running version. Let's just do the standing straight one or the running one. Usually both finish the match.
Covering. Talk about collision. There's the collision of the kicks from Danielson into the chest of the valiant Ricky Starks. Oh, good duck.
Ooh. Oh.
The omoplata. And now if he can complete the lapel lock.
That panicked look on Ricky's face.
Starks is
Oh, nice.
well done, Ricky Starks. Great transition into guard here. Danielson trying to cover up and does.
Vault him.
Catapult. Big
Oh.
there waiting.
Oh, my goodness. That was more of a gore.
Two. Oh. Claudio dives in, breaks it up. Castagnoli coming to the aid of his BCC brother. Castagnoli will take the admonition of our referee.
Claudio with that. Yeah, Claudio just skirted it. I don't know how much of this is a work or not anymore, so I'm going to step back in the chat.
Snapping the neck of Starks. And now
Slam it up. No, don't go for the diving head, but
to Cook. Hang on, watch out from behind. Oh.
yeah. He really sprung from that rope.
Castagnoli evens things up on the outside. Oh, but Big Bill takes out the big man from Switzerland and back.
Yes, I'm with you, Cam. Please, none of the diving headbutts. They don't need to happen. It's not necessary.
Come on, Ricky.
You can live without them.
Dragon's
In fact, you can live more without them.
back from the top. Ricky, drop your hips. Drop your hips. Oh, beautiful. He did. And two.
Oh.
Looked like Starks crashed into Danielson's face with his hip. Ricky Starks shifted his momentum mid-flight.
I'm done fake scrapping Rhea now. Being-
Official didn't see the low blow.
huh?
And it won't matter. Starks.
Big Rochambeau. He just pinned Danielson. What a giving lad.
He just Bobby Hilled his way to victory here at Collision. Can you believe it? Yes. You hit a man with blow, he's gonna fall. The only thing that matters, Ricky Starks has just pinned the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Hang on a second now. Here comes Claudio, the equalizer.
With the chair.
For any more
Careful, he almost whacked himself in the head with that.
Sure. Well, Ricky Starks, he can point to another one, and he gets over on Bryan. Let's take it back right now to Wednesday Dynamite. Boy, oh boy, it was Hangman Page versus
All the love.
Page.
You more.
Happened
few more loving than Zoe. But I have your neck. That one he really did eat.
AEW Grand Slam. Whose house? Swerve's damn house. How about that?
Hey, Brandon, we live? We're live.
So-
How do my arms look? Amazing. Shut up. Mogul Embassy.
Shut up.
Swerve has you guys working
Rude.
mighty hard for him. But if you want a trios match with us, why don't we raise the stakes? You guys like to gamble. Why don't you put your Ring of Honor trios titles on the line?
Oh, it's gonna feel like a jackpot. Hey, and we're familiar with those titles.
Yeah, he can.
Let's become two-time champions.
The belt buckle, he really rocks that too.
Next week.
Cut it, Brandon. Yeah, hit the red button.
Dweebs was a funny line.
You're a dweeb too, Brandon. Hit the button. It's the red one.
So next week on Grand Slam Rampage, next Friday, the ROH World Six-Man Tag Team Championships on the line. Champions Mogul Embassy defend. Hangman Page versus...
This is a match. Also, yeah, you're right, Cam. This is just Hangman on Collision. I didn't even put that together. Mirror 6. The Iron Savages are a real fun act. They've really found their characters, I think. I think they spend a little bit of time really being these over-the-top versions of themselves right now, and eventually on the way, like when they want to really start taking them seriously, push them towards tag titles one way or the other, like one brand or the other, pushing or the other, I guess. They start to ground them as characters a little bit, add a little bit more dimension to Iron Sausages. Yeah, we had Hangman on Collision with the Bucks. Next week, Grand Slam Rampage. Apparently, the leader going to challenge for the Ring of Honor tag title, Ring of Honor six-man tag titles. I wonder if they win them back. This will be their second run if they win them. Because this, not only are they viable opponents for the Mogul Embassy, but this works with the story between Hangman and Swerve right now. And if not them, then who? They've been champions for almost a year now, right? I think they won in December of last year. Now I am the curious. Where? Let's. Oh, I'm not on the list. Okay. Okay, so yeah, they won them that final battle last year in December. They've been champs for almost 300 days now. This is Toa Leona's first run with the title, but Brian Cage and Bishop Khan, both in their second reigns as six-man tag champs. I love some statistics. Yeah.
Sometimes
I think they get.
you need to know when to move on. But in this next chapter of the Book of Hobbs, it's titled...
I know, Cam. I'm happy for it.
Now, in this chapter, absolutely no one is safe. And I'm not talking about putting a armbar, a headlock on someone. I'm talking about physical pain, mental pain. I'm talking about ripping your arm off, smiling
chapter. It doesn't matter where you are, who you are. You're not safe. Absolutely no one is safe.
Love how they show clips of Ricky Starks getting messed up, and then a bunch of clips of jobbers. What do you got? What are y'all trying to say?
From Powerhouse Hobbs, let's take a listen to words from Miro.
Hobbs, you son of a bitch. You should be thanking the Redeemer right now. I punched you all the way to heaven, stomped you back down to hell, broke your back. But it didn't make you humble. And for that, somewhere down the line, we have to meet up again. With you. You at all out when I was at my weakest, you delivered temptation. The hot and flexible wife. Why, God? Why? Every time I try to step away from you, you do everything to pull me back. I will not bend. It is not my fault that your absence from this world left all these people godless. And now they have hope because they pray to me. And if one of them fools don't want to be redeemed, I'm gonna package them nice in a pine box and send them your way. For this is the promise of the Redeemer.
This is so good. Oh my gosh. This Oathbreaker Paladin in pro wrestling is my fucking jam. Jacked and juicy. Let's go. She can be a distraction. Just saying. Be a sensation. I just realized that Jade may not be getting the top 10. Yeah. That's right. She's going to be sitting out the 12-month cycle. Hopefully she's still in the top 20. Must be. Love it. Jordy Bulk, Braun, Sid. And then I just forgot what they called. Older. Wasn't the biggest pop for FTR. Pennsylvania's not really about them that much, it seems. So is your name? Murder people. Don't. Nah. Wait, snapper. In what regard? Why is Cash Wheeler spiking his hair? That'll be a good mod. So he's seeing the buttons right next to your name right about now and just like. Came in with the heat. Look at these jabronis. In reference to FTR. And sit back. Oh, click the buttons. I am blurry. Right. I know the camera is trying me today. I don't know why. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm with you there. Right? Ooh, I remember they pulled Jack Jameson on to a podcast, the In the Weeds podcast on Fightful Overbooked one morning, but he wouldn't spill the beans. He wouldn't let us know what's in the sauce. Tea that I don't drink. Oh my gosh! I wasn't ready for it to be that close, and this crowd apparently is not here for it. They should be. What are y'all doing? Get noisy, y'all.
The century.
They come in, the Iron Savages come in, they got nothing to lose here.
If the Iron Savages win the AEW Tag Team Championships tonight, I will
Ooh.
slap myself with Savage Sauce.
Cover, new champions perhaps.
To be fair, there are Americans who don't eat burgers and pizza and French fries. That is also hilarious that that's considered a very American food when in the name is French fries. I remember a clip of Tom Holland being talked about American food. So he's like, then what would you consider American food? The person goes, French fries. And he's just like, like he was like, you gotta be joking me. Like, that's not what he said, but that was the reaction he had. Nice body block.
The advantage that the Iron Savages had is negated because Harwood made the tag. But straight away, this humongous
Yes, it's so good.
boulder
I'm scared because she is silent.
sticking and a moving. Tag team champions.
Should be scared. Zoe is one to fear. You wouldn't expect it. Never mind. She isn't immediately planning my doom. Immediately. But Zoe remembers. Never forget, Zoe remembers. Oh my gosh, him too? Oh my gosh.
About this challenge, they said they were going to chat. They were going to grab the challenge.
Why are we doing this?
And slather.
Please. It's like every single time I put my hand over my face or something, it gets blurry. I don't get that. The show and never be seen again. Oh no.
It takes two, baby.
What? Zoe? But she's such a sweetheart. She would never do such a thing.
Here comes Shadow Machine.
But it's Boulder who's legal, who's perched on the top of the FTR corner, and now
You
the
don't
tag.
think
Come on
so?
now.
Is there enough power?
Just drag him on.
Oh my gosh.
And that's 1, 2, 3.
They got it with the power and glory. Oh my gosh. Did he just do... He did their thing. See, I would never do such a... Exactly, just... Full on his Zoe.
The finishing sequence, unbelievable.
Let alone sentence.
Pinpoint accuracy on the splash. And that was enough to FTR to retain the AEW.
No, Zoe's a gem.
But it won't be long, Kevin. Mark my words until somebody else steps
Kick rocks. Foul. Kick rocks.
up. Now I see
Oh? Oh! Yo?
Thursday on ROH. And the open challenge.
I'm just getting more points than I thought.
Looks like we got an agreement on an upcoming title match.
Watch this happen on Ring of Honor.
Aussie Open.
You know what? It's only fair. Ring of Honor titles get defended on AEW all the time.
Guarantee you they'd love a title opportunity themselves. Crosshairs are on the shoulders. The
Lone Star, you don't know the Workhorsemen? Oh, you probably don't watch Ring of Honor, do you?
Challengers continue. Here on a night
They've also appeared quite a bit on Elevation and Dark, respectively, over time. They've appeared every now and then on Rampage and stuff. But, yeah, Workhorsemen are awesome.
standing by with Keith Lee.
Very good workers. JD Drake is underrated. I feel like he is like a Southern Kevin Owens, in a way. Oh, that was the chant? Why are they... that was me. My bad, also. I didn't pick up on that. Apologies. Hey, Lexi. And Keith Lee.
It's good to see you again.
Greetings again, dear.
Last week you talked about your
Last week. It's always you living in the past, huh, homie?
Listen,
I just came out here to introduce you and the rest of the world to the newest member of Shane Taylor Promotions, the best damn technical wrestler in the world, Lee Moriarty.
I know him. Hello, salutations.
Last week,
You said anybody in singles competition should run, right? Shane Taylor Promotions don't run, and neither do I. But you already know that, don't you?
Yeah, I also know about your own mistakes. Not running will soon be won.
Let's find out then.
Let's begin, shall we?
There's a history between Lee and Taylor. I'd like to see the next.
It looks like Keith Lee's just moving into another program. I'm here for this though. Hey, that's my friend. What is up, John? How goes it? Silver, it's the meat man, Johnny Hungry. Welcome, John. I hope your evening's been good. Collision has been a vibe this far. 2023 record is decent.
Looks to be a contract, a copy of a contract. There's a whole stack of addendums in this as well. And it's sanctioned match Dark Order, and then it's got some scribbling on it versus Anthony Bowens. Apparently, Dark Order 1 now has been changed to Dark Order 4. Dark Order number 4, very simple. The Acclaim, especially Anthony Bowens, should have read the contract before they signed it. You can see Silver there with
Oh, yeah.
his portion of the contract in his tights. Maybe he's going to get us all.
The Johnny Hungry.
Who are good get the advantage over the Acclaimed.
Stop, the chance to put your whole Silver moves so fast, it's so cool. Oh. I appreciate the lyricism. Because he beat your meat, man. The way John Silver was smirking was both, I'm trying my best to not corpse, and also, I'm John Silver, that may be true, kind of thing. Because if you hear his humor on BTE, he would so have said something like that about himself. Also, John Silver out here by himself is interesting. No Alex Reynolds tonight, and Uno isn't even out here. Is it a case of Uno not being cleared, so they just tried to do this little last-minute story touch-up to make this happen? Way better than the Guns. Just like cry, baby, eat, baby.
First of all, I Googled scissoring, and you guys are doing it wrong.
Yes.
Second of all,
The look on Anthony Bowens' face.
Second of all, this contract that you signed, I guess you didn't read it because it said these two are banned from ringside.
Oh, that would explain why his buddies aren't out there.
Listen, nobody wants to see you guys scissor anyway, so hit the bricks, you're done.
So not only is it Dark Order 4, John Silver, instead of Evil Uno, Bowens staying up all night studying for the Evil Uno test, but now
Tickle my back. Ah.
Platinum Max have to hit the bricks.
It was like almost out of reach too. It was that really awkward spot.
The folks in Happy Valley. Well, this does not bode well. Well, hold on a second. Oh, yes, never turn your back on your opponent, especially not when he's a vicious, calculating.
I like the new Dark Order aesthetic. The red outline to their purple scheme. This is something we can agree on, please. No, Rhea is feisty. She's here for a scrap. Let's pick the fight with. Brandon Martinez, the referee for this one. Honestly, shout out to Brandon Martinez. He's been relatively new here in AEW this year. He does a great job.
What a scene it's going to be in Arthur Ashe Stadium for Dynamite Grand Slam this Wednesday.
Woohoo! That was literally the Dakota Kai roundabout kick, but a punch instead of a kick.
How about Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara? The end potentially of the Jericho Appreciation Society story. Soraya defending against Tony Storm. No potential of strife in this one, right? Absolutely. We'll talk off
Really strong, but he's just bigger.
And so personal, so driven are both Eddie Kingston and Claudio Castagnoli to settle a 20-year feud, and it will happen.
The leverage there was
Finally meet one-on-one live at Arthur Ashe Stadium.
in his favor, but I do want to see Silver really put his strength on on display this match.
TDS 8-7 Central.
Silver slowing things down, taking the momentum away from Bowens. Gregarious and rugged Bowens.
Tell me about the tape that you see on the shoulder, left shoulder of Bowens.
Pink kinesio tape on the left shoulder of Bowens. It's to make up for some damaged muscle or tendon strength. The Acclaimed have kept
I'll break it, chip, baby.
electing to protect the shoulder rather than hide the injury. Oh,
Silver opponent.
He really is. He has a bit of a dirty book going on himself.
Athletes, how difficult. A change in
Maybe not exactly dirty bulk, but
obviously
could be. I don't know his diet.
backpedal, and John Silver's in control. Stay with us. Picture in picture. Obviously, Bowens is finding it tough sledding. You can imagine that bowling ball of a man, Evil Uno. And quite a different contest than challenge.
And the meatball of a man, John Silver.
A spark plug, a firebrand.
not just stylistic,
Big hearts.
but mentally.
Don't even know if that was intended for me, but big hearts regardless.
Silver has turned things round back in his favor.
Yes. Do it Zoe says. It is wise of you to do so. Just in general, not specifically about the subject, but also, yes, thumbs up on the video, please.
Aussie Open. We'll find out from them later on what
Oh, I hate when that happens. Yeah, for some reason, when you type it all out and then go to click a heart emoji or try to, like, do the keys for a heart, it will just send the heart emoji. That's ruthless. That's happened to me before, and it's like, oh no. It's like you could go through the trouble of typing it, but maybe the moment's passed, or, you know, or it's more effort than it's worth kind of thing. But yes, I do welcome trying to do what you were saying out there. But yes, hearts. I like how, so that's what it was. It was a big old thing, and it's heart. You're just like the stream. You just like, I had this whole message to send, and the chat would not allow you. Is that acclaimed theme Collision tape?
John Silver, the powerhouse of the Dark Order.
He's got a handprint on his chest. Bowens laid that in.
The contract, my boy, but wait a minute. Maybe things are turning around.
I just realized Kevin Kelly's here. Good for him. I thought he was sick.
Silver backed up into the ropes. A frequent theme in Penn State Nittany Lion home games, Nigel, but with different verbiage.
Oh, is that so?
And the Big Ten, of course.
I was rolled up and hooked into my
getting
mustache.
started today with Penn State victorious. So there is a happy mood in Happy Valley, but John Silver looking to shut it all down. How are we supposed to have a scissor party if the Dark Order is going to rain on our parade, Nigel?
Dude's arms are huge. They really are.
That is a fair point.
I'm surprised they could walk through the door today.
John Silver's at a point where he's so big that he's so built in his upper half that certain angles would deceive you in how short he really is. You would think he's like average height. I say that as somebody who is his height.
Having to go it alone against the Dark Order's John Silver. A little bit of contract subterfuge has left the Acclaimed Bowens partnerless.
That's right, Casta, Billy Gunn sent to the back. One wonders where the rest of Dark Order are. Oof. That right hand though,
Ooh.
stunned Silver.
Well, I would imagine the contract said
3 of them. Yeah, I was gonna say, fight back.
John Silver throwing the curveballs at Bowens. Tries to throw a fastball there.
I'm waiting for the kicks.
Bowens
Fire them kicks off. That might just be you, man.
But who is in the corner
Never mind. Zoe with the, all right, how'd you know? Famous, sir. I was gonna say it ain't daddy famous, sir, but it's famous, sir. Right. Says in the name Heart. That's actually true.
Stopping Bowens in his tracks.
I just realized this is gear. This is a battle of pink versus purple gear, and I am so here for it. Purple and white. Oh, it's a purple and black versus pink and white. I dig it. Oh, that's awesome. He sensed him coming. That's so good. Oh, inside out. That was great. Hey. Although I feel like you're going somewhere with that.
Explosive offense from Silver. Invest in Silver.
You know, this time offensive flurry from Silver. Yeah, Lone Star, that was an incredible sequence from John there.
Moment of respite for John Silver as he rethinks perhaps his strategy.
You have some real aggressive humor, and I love it. It's so... I could personally never... Oh, my gosh. Was he going for a punt kick? Oosh, crushy. What a loud knee. Invest in Silver. Invest in Silver. The fact that he is yet to win, like, the TBS the TNT championship bewilders me. They got some time.
And he is starting to, as the referee now, encouraging both men to get back in the ring. Silver rolled underneath the bottom rope. Or rather, Bowens doesn't want to win by a count out. Wait a minute, where the hell did Evil Uno come from? Look at that. What do you mean he came from under the ring? You're telling me he came from under the ring?
Whoa. Oh, running knee lift. Got it. John Silver just got a win. Also, Pimp, full 6 points, Cam. Chat. But Silver just got a singles win on TV. I love this. Yes, Zoe, it's so good. But also, shout out to Bowens. Love me some Anthony Bowens. You did great that match.
Like, don't we have a thing on YouTube explaining it? Me and Claudio go all the way back to 2000 and what? 6, 7? When he first moved to this country? And we became friends and we lived together? And then he started judging me?
Where's the bloody chat? Yes.
Physically and emotionally every day. You have to say
Eddie.
what you want, but I'm still here standing tall. But Claudio decided not to do business, not to respect me. And don't edit this out, you idiots. He left potholes in that road that many of us had to clean up. That's why I don't like him. That's why I still hold a grudge. Don't edit this out either. Renee told me to fix it, and it's driving me nuts because I've been trying to fix it. I thought Wembley I could fix it. I thought a singles match with me and Claudio could fix it. I thought maybe me not answering John's calls you know what, Claudio? This will fix it. This will be it. I don't care, win or lose, this is it. And you're right, bro. You said one time to me, Eddie, you don't know how to have friends. You can't keep them. You're right. Because I push everyone away and then I blame them. That's the sickness in me. That's the curse I got to live with. But you know what I do have? And I've always had? Home. New York's always been with me. Whether it's the boroughs, whether it's Yonkers, whether it's Mount Vernon, wherever I go in New York is mine. It's my home. And you think I'm going to let you come to Arthur Ashe and beat me and end this with my shoulders down to the mat? You are out your mind. All of New York has my back, and I'll see you there. Try to beat me there. Try to beat me in New York. We're different there, brother. We're built different. We're built in the cold. We're built in the misery. Can you deal with that? Can you be built on misery? No, you can't.
I love
credit in the world. You're a great wrestler. You're amazing. You got the body. You got everything. But you ain't ready for the misery. You ain't ready for home. I'm gonna you up in New York.
Oh my god. He's gonna have a list of fines. I love the shadow of his bill, the shadow being cast from the from his hat bill going over his eyes constantly. It was just so foreshadowing and then just not foreshadowing, foreboding. There we go. Well done, Kingston. That was a great promo. Not the invisibility card. Hell no, Zoe, back to us. I just realized that my TV has been paused for the last 7 minutes. Gosh, so maybe a distraction of the cease. Rayo, no, you've been missing the show. Hopefully, at least you caught that Fire Kingston promo. Dark Order are good people. I had missed that as well. Yes, indeed. Something my middle school brother. What's unfortunate is like it started with people like Eddie Kingston and fell down the grapevine by people using it when it's not really something that they should be saying. And now you got people, like you said, in middle school saying things like that when it's really meant to be said by people like Eddie Kingston in real life. That happens with a lot of slang and like other cultural terms that just get used out of their spaces. Says the white guy. Damn, that break was faster than I thought it would have been. I said no such thing. 4K? What? Just threw all the letters from my words up on the fridge and rearranged them. Many people say that I just envision a Scorpio being a Scorpio. Wait, Scorpio Sky, he's got a match later on tonight against Andrade.
Orange Hook, you guys asked me to be here. What's up?
Yo, they're sharing some chips. I want some chips.
Hey, we should do a tag match or something. Yeah. Grand Slam? Let's do it.
Cool. Just like Hook sharing his chips. You know that's how you know who someone's in. Not since Hook. Not since Danielson. I almost said Hookhausen. That wouldn't have made sense. I thought we were gonna hear from them. We're gonna see them in action? Okay. It's so funny to see Hook trusting somebody after the last person he trusted to be his tag partner effectively turned on him. I'm with you, Ray. I'm with you. Just remain calm. Compose yourself. My guy is tall. Okay, same. So we're all hookers out here, right? Oh, they making quick work of that. They called him in. What's Bryce gonna do? Tell him, stop getting your ass whooped right this instant. Dude isn't even the legal man. Get him out of there. Okay. And then they did that. Hook rocks, truly. We need more out of him. Whoa, that was sick. It was like a minute-long match, too. That didn't hurt nobody, I guess. All right, we're still getting a promo, right? Yeah, I was going to say, we're supposed to hear from them.
That was an impressive little victory you got earlier tonight. What was that? 2, 3-ish minutes? Well, yesterday on Rampage, we did the job in under 1 minute. I'm going to bet we did it even quicker tonight.
Okay. I dig this take.
A lot about how many championships you've won, how you've won championships everywhere you've been. But
Yes, Daniel. Also welcome. Yep.
Aussie Open.
That's true. They're also like 4 or 5 time tag champs by now.
World Tag Team Championships. So have we. You've won the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. So have we. Championships we never lost, might I add. So if you want to throw out all these open challenges, be my
Also strong tag team champions.
because right now, right here, we are calling our shot. October 1st, 2023, 1 year to the day since we last stepped in the ring together. Wrestle Dream, Seattle.
This actually makes sense.
Pay-per-view, AEW Tag Team Championships on the line or not. Aussie Open versus FTR.
I even appreciate that call. It's not about the titles this time around. This is a matter of proving we're the better team. Great promo. This Wrestle Dream, the theme about it is dream matches in some capacity or not. Because the concept of dream match has evolved, you know? It's no longer a Rock Hogan type of thing. A dream match is just a match that people dream to see, either once or again.
No, thank you.
RJ,
You are about to face your friend Soraya at Grand Slam for...
God, it's blinding me. Is this the lighting that we're going with?
Well, I mean, yeah.
We don't have anything a bit softer.
We could... can we soften the light? Is that possible?
Oh, you can't soften it, lower it or something, right?
Okay.
This is an interview, not an interrogation.
Yeah.
Sorry, please continue.
Thank you. You are about to face your friend Saraya at Grand Slam for the AEW Women's Championship, but lately people have noticed perhaps a change.
I love her so much. She's so good with this character.
I'm still the same lovable, captivating Tony that I've always been. And I thought this business was about being stars and making money. But no, it's let's listen to the fans and sign every little girl with a sob story. I'm sorry, I thought this was a company, not a charity. These people wouldn't know talent if it slapped their tits off. And if that makes me the odd woman out, then so be it. Who wants to mingle with the rest of them anyway?
Right.
This lamp is hideous too.
Can we do something about the lamp? Sorry.
To be continued. The way that they're running with this and working it like she's the babyface in the program is so interesting to me. One of my favorite things about AEW is how they tamper with the alignments in wrestling. Agreed, Lone Star. Scorpio's guy, let's go.
And Andrade is one of the best in the world. And that's who I'm here to face. So Andrade, yo sé que vienes con todo, pero no va a ser suficiente. This time I'm not coming back. I'm here.
Sky, it's on your dreams. I'm so happy they brought this theme back. I'm so happy. They had he had a new theme when he turned heel with Ethan Page and stuff like that. Not their tag theme, his new singles theme. Do you beat Samoa Joe at his own game? No, not with MJF. It's got to be with somebody who's in Joe's league. Well, not in his league, because that would imply MJF isn't, but more so in his category. He needs to be in there with another heavyweight lad. Either that or somebody who completely contrasts him in the most complimentary way. You know? Like, I hate to say it, like a Danielson. But maybe somebody lower on the card, like maybe a Daniel Garcia. Not to say that I can't see MJF beating Samoa Joe, but I see MJF, you know, outsmarting Samoa Joe in some way, but not necessarily at his own game. I like the code. I heard Daniel Garcia, I'm here. Yes, because I was putting over how I see him being somebody who could beat Samoa Joe at his own game. You know, break him down and submit him kind of style. And that's saying something because Daniel Garcia can be a bit of a goofball sometimes. I was always here. It's effective, I guess. Shameful. No. It's not shameful. Zoe has good taste. Look at that man. Look at him. A gift. Respectfully, Ray. Kick rocks. Let's go. I'm ready for this match. Honestly, when it was announced, I'm like, this is so random, but I'm here for it. So, no, I'm not trusting that. Scorpio's not trusting it. I don't know a specific reason, but I have an impression. House bricks even.
D.M.D. in our main event, folks. Penn State Thon is the largest student-run philanthropic efforts.
The philanthropic? I have never heard that word in my life before. Kevin Kelly is on another level. Slurred there. On another level. Nice with the trip.
Scan that QR code on your screen to give or go to Thon.
That's funny.
to learn more.
I don't know. Were you?
Dancing all night here in the Bryce Jordan Center. That's what Thon is all about. And the longer you dance, the more money you raise.
Now it's the dancing queen of Scorpio Sky who's trying to get him his first victory since
Roll
return.
through.
Hold on a second.
Head scissors.
Takedown from Scorpio Sky. How much is ring rust a factor upon return from injury?
Can be a big factor, certainly, as you've had a look.
And it's funny because both of these men were actually kind of sitting out with injury.
This, as I mentioned, the second match in 14 months. Oh, for Sky.
Andrade Idolo.
Ooh.
And Scorpio has actually had a damaged knee.
Starting to look like an Andrade match. Pick a limb.
Gotta think that Andrade,
Especially if Scorpio picks a limb. That'll be about who's the better limb picker in the midst of being awesome and athletic. Oh, that was a scary bump to take.
Scorpio Sky. Andrade
This is truth.
Stay with us picture in picture.
It is past 2 a.m. for Zoe currently.
Man, oh man. Scorpio Sky
He's got a bit of a limp.
was going for broke. El Idolo was going to look to moonsault on
Appreciate
top
the
of
work.
Scorpio, and that would have been it.
well, they call it high risk for a reason.
Man out here doing his job.
Anytime you place yourself in such a precarious position, Scorpio Sky.
I get that, Devin, but I think outside of like NXT or maybe Ring of Honor, that wouldn't be very likely venue for them to book. But to your local area, very possible.
And so now Scorpio Sky
AEW's gotten better about trying to pick smaller locations, hence the place they're in right now. State College is not a town I had ever heard of, and it's also weird that a town has is called college in any way, you know. Maybe Impact as well. Yeah, them pretty much a studio style show.
following that dragon screw in the ropes.
Not even a
That being said, I think NXT. It's time for NXT to move out of the studio.
I'm not even going to let you pin my
In
shot.
2018, 2019, if you asked me that, I would be like, no, keep them in that venue. It's what makes NXT NXT. But now NXT's identity is altered so much, they could stand to just doing arena shows.
Andrade, of course, having turned aside and over
Sorry, what was that?
black and now moving
Oh,
and looking at what could be
Zoe, I trust your judgment.
Scorpio Sky.
I trust my mod's judgment when it comes to users in the YouTube chat.
With the forearms and the fists.
I don't expect any of y'all to abuse your power.
Gearing up for that big main event. First time that we will see the women's competitors main eventing here on Collision with Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D, challenging Kris Statlander for the TBS Championship. Andrade El Idolo. And
I think, yeah.
Scorpio
Look, what?
Sky.
See Sky put three fingers up there. I think that was his reference to the three amigos.
Oh, I see.
A la legendary competitor.
I did, Devin. I've watched SmackDown, and the spoiler the spoiler policy has expired for SmackDown, so it is free reign to talk about.
His version.
I have too much power in this situation. Rhea, don't even start this. Sounds like me with my coworkers.
So Scorpio Sky overcoming the early challenge. Boy, he dodged a bullet after that dragon screw in the ropes. And he has trained his legs sufficiently, Nigel, to get back, get ready for AEW competition.
We'll certainly have to hold on, and we'll have to hope that Andrade doesn't go back to the knee.
The neck crank has literally got him prone. It's interesting.
We are live on a
The
Saturday
coworkers for you at this point.
Collision. Nigel McGuinness, Kevin Kelly here at ringside. That's Scorpio Sky in control of Andrade El Idolo.
I don't know about all that, Devin. Time will tell if he pops up again. I haven't seen any report about what his current status is with the company. But don't be surprised if you see him again. I'm just not sure if it's going to be a full run or if it's just going to be a couple of sporadic appearances. If you note, there was no interaction with the Bloodline last night, which would be kind of the only sense you could make out of him working a program when he's back.
World Championship is at MJF, is at Samoa Joe. We'll find out Wednesday at Arthur Ashe Stadium. would love to have next? You know that Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara.
That's pretty much why I think he's back to begin with, Devin. He's got so much more time on his hands now. That's the only thing that was ever really his justifiable excuse to have not made this run back, you know? Scorpio Sky being in control of this match was not something I expected. And Andrade seems to be the one working babyface in here. Oh, there it is. I like how you decided to point that out the second he catches the kick. Yes, Devin, I'm with you. This match has been, I haven't been acknowledging it much because it's been a real slow pace to it. But I have been paying attention, and these two are tearing each other up. Also looks like Andrade's working with a bad leg, kayfabe-wise. Never mind. He held it a moment, but he did that kip up just fine. I could be wrong. Going for a Meteora. Yeah, he did. He's got a pump going for sure in this match. I don't think they're going to have Rock dethrone Roman, if I'm being honest, because who beats Rock at that point? You know, I think they want to have Roman get the win over Rock. Because there would be no greater person to beat Rock in his final match, kind of thing. You know what I mean? I know there was at one point talks of him winning the title, but I think that if they were going to... I'm just thinking, like, from a logic perspective, that they would ultimately decide last second to have Roman win. But who beats Roman at that point? I think somebody who is... You can still stand to elevate somebody, right? Because The Rock in 2023 isn't The Rock in 2003, you know? He can still be great. He's wiser. He's more intelligent even, but yeah, he's not that dominant performer that he was then. At least that's the story you can tell. So beating Rock is more of like a legacy thing than something that demonstrates how good you are. So I still think it's somebody like Cody or somebody like no, he's wiggling out of it. Oh, the small package. Ooh. Nice. See, Solo. That's the other one I was going for, because Solo, I think, is the right answer. I think they've been alluding to that for months now, that Solo is going to be the one. But they've been doing it extremely subtly to the point where I haven't seen many other people picking up on that. Which one's the beginning? I think Randy Orton should be the one. Nah, Randy Orton couldn't be. Oh, the figure eight. He's got a taps. Scorpio Sky tapping out. The leg was getting worked and everything. Wow, Andrade out here repping Charlotte. Honestly, you love to see it. Wholesome stuff. I don't like seeing a Scorpio Sky tapping out, but, I mean, I gotta accept it. This is wrestling. Absolutely. Zoe, head of the table. Zoe. That is just perfect. Oh, he's coming out now. We're going to hear from him, like, right now. The thing is, I think they've already been planting the seeds, and yeah, that's a Mania program if it's not Rock. Personally, I think Rock is the Survivor Series program. Because Survivor Series is Rock's debut show. I appreciate that. Still being a heel for the despite doing the cheap pop. Nope, it's all Zoe. Zoe has had all of the tables. The tables are positioned in a pinwheel, so she's the head all at once. Really, Rhea? That's a new take. A lot of folks, myself included, aren't fond of it being brand warfare. puts a lot of stories on pause. Wait, what's that shirt say?
You see, Andrade, it looked to me like you weren't your own.
So,
We'll have to edit all this out now.
Andrade, these are my boys. You can't have them. But I think that what you really want is that switchblade spotlight. Listen to me, sir. Everybody wants it. No one can handle it. And I'll prove it to you. So how about next week? I give you the opportunity of a lifetime. You can have the chance to have your moment. Step into the spotlight with the switchblade and learn firsthand that those lights are too bright. Those lights are too hot. You will be gasping, withering for air as you try to breathe with the switchblade because it's still my era. This is the switchblade era. And Andrade, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
No, no, no. Guns up.
sounding more and more like Billy Gunn each day as Colton. Right, Lone Star? It really does. All these referee appearances. Knew it. There's a Bang Bang Gang. I love that merch. I guess I get where you're coming from, Rhea. Personally, I'm not too keen on the idea because there's a lot of times it's put a pause to the stories. It makes it look too much like it puts a position of being like this champion is better than this champion when like it should kind of be an even playing field. Like I don't want Seth or Roman to be better than one another. I want them to be seen as equals. You know, I get so things like that. And for War Games, I feel like something like that needs to have a personal story to it. The 10-man elimination tag match, I think that's great for brand warfare. Personally, I think you can have a little bit of both, you know? I think you can have a couple of brand warfare matches on the card. Maybe even a champion versus champion match with like the mid-card champions or something like that. But even then, that's still kind of goes against my philosophy of like keeping those championships on equal footing. Like personally, I know that both the company and most fans see the Intercontinental title is better than the United States title, like higher tier, you know? But like some would even say that the Intercontinental title is the secondary men's title, whereas the United States title is the tertiary men's title. But I feel like it does better for them to be seen as like equal belts. Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. You see that sounds like a banging match, but I wouldn't want it to be when they're both world champions because then that's a world champion losing a match that they aren't defending their title in, and thus and subsequently dropping it to the person they're defending against. But yeah, it's one of those things, just agreeing to disagree kind of thing, because I see the allure, and I see why some might like it. Oh, like I said, it's not one I've heard. Personally, I think bragging rights was great for that. I'd love to see them bring back bragging rights. Maybe have that happen at the top of November. Maybe have that be the Saudi show they do at the top of November. Do bragging rights, and then later on have Survivor Series. Still be their big four. All right, I'm going to take a break right here while we have it. This is the last full commercial break, so I'm going to go for it. Be right back, y'all. Alrighty. Pop it up. And I am back. Cyber Sunday, Cyber Monday, whatever it is. I like that one. They did kind of bring back Vengeance Zoe. It's now NXT Vengeance Day, and it happens in February. I guess it's their play on Valentine's Day. On a Valentine's Day belt. I would love that, Ray. And all of Wrestling Forbidden Door pay-per-view. Just looking.
Coming up on Honor Club this week, he'll be defending the title against Nick Wayne. But as you know, on October 1st, Wrestle Dream is coming up on pay-per-view, and Shibata's got something he wants to tell us.
Oh?
Wow, another huge match. One of the new
Okay.
Musketeers takes his blade out in Seattle.
Oh. So were the Hardys not allowed on Collision either? Remit Tunisia, it's looking like both those things are coming to fruition sooner rather than later. Oops. Also, yeah, before we get started in the main event, well, this isn't our main event, actually. This is our co-main. Oh my gosh. Of course we're not getting a half-hour main event for the women, you bricks. This match better be over in 2 minutes. And it won't be. But, yes, please drop a thumbs up on this video if you haven't already. Double check, make sure you have. Really helps us get some exposure. Helps get us seen by those who might be looking for a watch-along space such as this one. We also do ourselves some Fight Forever streams and WWE 2K streams. Be a lot of fun. Should be a swear that old age. Oh, gross, Ray. I'd be so angry. Yeah, I keep up with the sheets pretty heavily myself for me. And, yeah, it's Jade Cargill, WWE bound very likely according to her circles. And Mercedes Moné has been kind of teasing AEW for a bit now. Wrestle Dream is even possible. Edge is a similar situation to Jade Cargill, but he's a little less confirmed. Not a little less confirmed, a little less likely. Not to say that it isn't likely, just it's a little less sealed. Yeah, signed and sealed. We would be surprised, though. As for Nick Aldis, he's done some producer stuff with WWE already. Yeah, Mandy Sachs with AEW is looking like a possibility. Would be great if she joined the Outcasts, I think. I don't think AEW needs her, but well, it's one of those things. I don't think it would hurt. Especially if she joined the Outcast, because then she fits in right into character. I don't think she's necessarily taking TV time or anything away from anybody by filling that role. I haven't checked her Insta story. I don't really keep up on Instagram with, like, yeah, I'm just not much of an Instagram user, actually. I do need to get better at that, but its interface confuses me. I appreciate this offense that the Hardys got going on, though. A little headlock neck breaker and splash combo was neat.
Absolutely, I would have. But again, if you're taking down an iconic team, you go for the king, you better not miss. And if that was the goal, then they let opportunities slip through their fingers.
And the Hardys certainly not doing this, looking to make short work of the Righteous. A lot of tag teams eyeing the AEW Tag Team Champions.
Oh, he's going for, I feel like he was going to try the Twist of Fate already.
waiting for the right opportunity. Oh boy!
Blackout, down he goes. Vincent and Dutch in charge. Stay with us. Tag team action continues, picture in picture.
Look at the Hardys are getting some chance. Good for them.
Hardys have done. When you look at what the numbers of tag team titles that they won, everything that they've done all around the world. And here we are on Collision. They're making their debut.
I don't follow what you're trying to say there, Remy. Apologies. Saying that AEW doesn't need anything, but TBS and TNT need Mandy Rose? Is that what you were trying to get at? Personally, I don't think, like, no one's demanding a Mandy Rose / Mandy Sachs presence in AEW. But she can fit. And also, that's another big name in the AEW women's division. I think that we need more of that for the sake of making it harder for the excuses to prevent them from getting more, getting featured more prominent.
And in fact, you see the tattoos adorning the skin of Vincent. That's that's his art. That's how he expresses himself. Tattoos.
Yeah, well, I think the artwork on the body of Vincent would make
I was wondering where Kevin Kelly was going with that for a second. Glamour. What about Glamour?
So another tag. And Dutch
I think Mandy Sachs also works because her and Saraya, absolution. But that's about it.
the dropped leg at a near fall. What an atmosphere here tonight. Collision, Penn State. Big main event to come.
certainly can feel the tension as Penn State's own Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D, looks to claim the TBS title from Kris Statlander.
I meant Tony. I figured you did. Because the I is right next to the O on the keyboard. Tiny Con is a fun shout though. But I've never been into the whole changing somebody's name to make it sound like a mockery unless it's like not specifically one that is inherently mean-spirited in nature. Like I've always hated like the Randy Borton. Like that doesn't work. And it sounds dumb. Could you just say that you think he's boring, you know? Gosh. The green screen is like acting up right now. It's acting out. There was like holes in my hair that wasn't actually there just because my hair with certain tones can match the I guess it's a black screen because of how I have it colored. I appreciate that little sliding flatliner. I hate to say it, but I do feel like this match didn't need to be this much. But I guess that goes to show where I see the Hardys right now. I know, right? I think it happened because I got blurry. I'm going to try something. You're going to see me disappear for a second. Yeah, that didn't even work the way I wanted it to.
Lifting the big man up. There we go. Jeff Hardy moving well. Talked about the Hardys starting to put things together.
Moving well is a stretch, but
And they don't miss.
on a fade, no reversed.
Back elbow there.
Oh, that kick looked a little bit low.
Yes, things like that.
Was enough, and now here's the cover, but
There is no cover. You immediately shut that cover down.
opportunistic cover there by Jeff Hardy went awry.
And this is the story of the day I got blurry.
So much information coming your way. One of the biggest weeks in AEW coming up. And at the conclusion of
Big
this
Dutch.
match, we'll give you the rundown of these cards. You're not going to believe it. And the end is near for Vincent on Saturday.
Hold on. Will we see the deletion of the righteous?
Oh? Oh, that's some distance, dude. Oh, that just really sucked.
Dutch has been the physical difference maker in this one. And now the Righteous looking for tag team victory here against the Hardys.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, that was right.
Now the cover. Vincent has just pinned Jeff Hardy.
And there they did. Thank goodness.
Can you believe it? This is a night of upsets like no other.
Ah, you called it. We're hanging out pre-production.
This is an upset, I guess you could say, yeah. But I feel like I'm not alone in having expected the Righteous to win.
Insightful Nigel McGuinness for nothing.
Ooh, Righteous promo. They're getting 30 minutes, but maybe they'll get 20.
We are the Righteous.
That is who you are, yes.
Who seek truth in the liar's eyes.
Speaking of truth, then, we just defeated one of the greatest tag teams in the world. And like it or not, man, the world, people in the world, are just prisoners to false icons. Fooled. Fooled by the con man. Listening to the devil on their shoulder. But I don't believe in the devil, man.
They're getting reactions.
The truth, and our truth is going to kill your ego. That leads to false love, fake friendships, kind of like the AEW World Champion's friendship to Adam Cole. And they just happen to be the ROH World Champions. Dig what I'm saying?
Stop that touch.
Read through the headlines right there. It sounds like the Righteous want a piece of better than you, baby. How about this, Nigel? What a week we got coming up. Let's go to
It's Collision, but still, we're getting that Ring of Honor tag division is starting to heat up a bit more.
Escalated between Samoa Joe and MJF. On Wednesday, the Ring of Honor TV champion has vowed to take
I still stand by what I said yesterday, though. Ring of Honor Rampage, make it happen. Again, this time last year, I would have denied that. I would not wanted that. But with how much they feature Ring of Honor on there, I think it would stand to help them be on television. But I know that this is a Warner Brother Discovery thing, more than anything.
Appreciation Society takes place as the Ocho's former protege, Sammy Guevara, faces the man he once so admired. Next, title versus title, as the New Japan Strong Openweight champion Eddie Kingston wages his title against the Ring of Honor title of Claudio Castagnoli. Can the Mad King dethrone the Swiss Cyborg?
In Sin Excalibur speeds.
Eddie was yelling, Eddie was cursing. See, Eddie, I know you, and that's why you're mad at me, because I knew what you could become. I knew what you threw away. I know you better than you know yourself. For the past 10 years, I've had to listen to you complain, to anybody that would listen, had to listen to you drag me through the mud, any single chance you can get, because you were not man enough. And you're still not man enough, Eddie.
Oh my God.
And I'll beat you again. And this time, it's going to be the last time because I'm sick of it.
Claudio, I'm gonna make sure you're scarred forever.
Eddie, let's put an end to it.
I know you're thinking.
Kingston, Castagnoli.
I can agree with that, Ray. AAA, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Impact even can get featured on AEW television, and it's so wonderful because that does so much for their promotion. Even if it's just a few people see them and go want to watch that person they're seeing in their home field.
We've got Claudio and
That I agree. That I agree with. I also agree with the philosophy of you want to see Athena go get Honor Club kind of thing. But it's a real toss-up situation because I totally get the money aspect for certain people, but then I also get the game of putting a wrestling product out there. Jay White versus Andrade Idolo is going to be great. Okay. I think RVD is doing more stuff with AEW because WWE said, no, we don't want you doing that thing with us anymore because you did that match. And it's like, but y'all were cool with it. And it's like, we weren't cool with that. We were just kind of cool with you, being a legacy guy. RVD.
If we make it past the workhorsemen, then we got Aussie Open. And Aussie Open, with or without the belt, we'll fight you at Wrestle Dream. But I would bet every dollar I got in my bank account that we'll still be the AEW World Tag Team Champions. See you in Seattle. Top guys, out.
Well, let's talk about Seattle.
You see, with them establishing that, it's going to be an AEW World Tag Team Championship. Somehow they're going to lose those titles before then. And there's only like 4 shows since then. Until then, as rebuttal.
And a dream match of dream matches for technical wrestling fans. Arguably the best technical wrestler in the world looks to usurp the clam digger who held that title for most of his career.
You know what, Rhea? That's a fantastic point. I can't argue that. And I love Athena. Give me more Athena. Dragon Bollocks. That would be fun.
The whole event is in honor of Antonio Inoki.
Seattle, Washington, Wrestle Dream.
I can't think of a better way to honor Inoki than to find out who the best technical wrestler in the world really is.
I want to fight.
I surpassed you yonks ago.
The guy who calls himself the best technical wrestler in the world.
Bryan, you're one of the greatest wrestlers that's ever lived.
RVD versus Keith Lee. That sounds like a fun match. Yes, the deadly draw. Dara just brought that up on the Discord a few days ago, and it's like, wow. The women have had so few tournaments compared to the men. This tournament, the women have had 1 tournament. This year, the women have had 1 tournament. The men have had 4. Why? Why? Just do that. Just do that. Do a blind eliminator women's tag tournament. That's effectively what the deadly draw was anyways. Ooh, you're gonna get me fired up. And also, this is gross. It's 9:43. There's 17 minutes left in the show. Most Collision main events are longer than that. Excuses, let's hear them. Let's hear them. Why is this? Why is this? Why did they not get the time? Because don't get me wrong. I was out here being like, Collision doesn't need to have 30-minute main events every week. But now the very first week we don't have one. It's going to be the second one. There was 1 week where it was a shorter main event. But traditionally speaking, long-ass main events. And you're telling me that second week ever is when the women get their first main event? Bullshit. You see, Rhea, I'm with that, except for the fact that we're going to have then 3 women's championships that are only going to be featured through 3 televised matches a week. And I think that's really gross. I think they need to do better. I mean, because what I said when they brought in the TBS title, because first off, that was my argument. I'm like, why are we getting another women's singles title before women's tag titles? That's weird. But they did, and I'm like, okay, you know what? If this gets us 2 matches on television, on a show a week, I'm here for it. It did not. It did not at all. So, Really, especially because the title just became over time, it just became a prop for Jade's character. But now it's like an actual championship being cycled around again, and we have 2 full-time women's champions on the AEW roster that are being featured. One championship for each show. But you see, the thing is, they aren't really even doing that right. Like they're both. I mean, it does make sense. Yeah, I thought that's what they were gonna do. You know, TBS title on Dynamite, world title on Collision, because you would have the men's world title on Dynamite, so you could have the TNT title on Collision. But they want to have everyone floating, all champions on everything. Cool with that. The problem with that is then you end up with too many double features and not enough single features of people in a 7-day time span. What about Samoa Joe versus Keith Lee? Samoa Joe versus Keith Lee would up. Oh my gosh. Hoss galore. That would be a super heavyweight clash for the ages. But yes, I'm with you. Trust me. I would love for it to be like 5 to 6 matches a week on a Dynamite Collision. And at least 2 of those matches are women's matches. Probably 3. Did they just get the cut thing?
I should have figured. Y'all play a promotional video package for a guy I just beat, and also for a guy that doesn't even work here. At Wrestle Dream, no less, that I don't even have a match for currently. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. I'm over it. I'm beyond exhausted. Here's the deal, Bryan. I beat you tonight, man. And I understand that it's everybody's dream to beat Bryan Danielson. Well, guess what? I did it. Now I want to be your nightmare. And to do so, I'm going to go to links that I haven't gone to before. So that's why next week on Collision, it's you and me in a Texas death match. Show up. I'm going to show out. And you know what? I'm going to put an end to this whole fiasco that's known as Bryan Danielson.
Guys.
Wow. Thank you.
Texas Deathmatch. That's awesome. But also, I'm with you here, Rant. We don't have time for this. We better get overtime. Tony better make a call. Also, I love the gear. Even though she's just now breaking out blue gear for her debut on AEW's red brand, when she just had red gear. That's what I'm saying, Rhea. Like, really? When the average Collision main event is like 23 minutes. It's not fair. I feel like it's not smart to book this match in Pennsylvania if you don't have Britt going over, because this can damage Kris Statlander if she wins tonight to like a crowd booing her. Unless they have her doctorate in dentistry, not fashion design.
Championship that is at stake, the TBS title, here in our main event tonight on Collision.
That's really my question, Jim. Do you feel that retaining the title last night will give her the confidence?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or do you think that so close to a match, the wear and tear could cost her as well.
I think she's in great shape mentally and physically. Should be no excuses in this. If anybody's got an advantage, it's the challenger of all people. Because she's at her homecoming, as you guys alluded to.
Kris Statlander, of course, who has dealt with her fair share of
It's a fair call, I suppose. But there's also the fact that Statlander is literally the champion.
you are at the top of your game like both Dr. Britt Baker and Kris Statlander have been, Nigel.
Now that I think about it, have we ever seen a champion in AEW lose a match by disqualification or count out? We've seen them win it that way, but have we seen them lose it that way? Does that champion's advantage actually exist in AEW? Just can't remember the last time an AEW commentator said that you had to win the title by pinfall or submission. As a New Japan, it can happen. My understanding is a title can be won by a count out or disqualification, technically.
And listen, again, it's not that they don't love Kris Statlander, they just love Britt Baker more.
I mean, we talk about a home field advantage, but do you think there's anything, guys, to home field pressure?
Oh, absolutely.
Alrighty, Lone Star, you have a good night, fam. Take care. And have a good weekend.
And same thing here. These women are worried about getting tickets, especially Britt, for her family and friends from here in this area.
I don't feel like this is time for a feeling out process. But this is really starting to feel like the more time goes on, it really feels like this was just the time they were given. This isn't like they're running short on it or anything.
Nigel, I wonder if trading blows here is the right thing for Britt Baker to do against the stronger, bigger opponent.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't seem to be the case, but now changing that.
I was just gonna go for Spring Blade. Oh, that knee! That's. With a chainsaw. Scoop of power slam.
The power of Statlander and a near fall collision next Saturday, folks. We've talked about it. There's a whole lot going on, but Kris Statlander and Britt Baker continue. Title match, picture in picture.
Statlander slows this thing down.
Picture in picture with 8 minutes left in the show. That's so rude. I'm a Fight TV user, but that's not cool. For those who aren't. Right? Not exactly. This is the main event, and you're doing that. It's a little late on the ad break, I'd say. You know what? Yes, title match as well. I was thinking more so of the fact that this the final match is supposed to be the most important match of the show.
Member of the American Dental Association, so she has a penchant for seeing people suffer.
He's also been part of the efforts for Thon in raising over $219 million charitable efforts in finding a cure for children's cancer. So, again, Thon.org if you want to contribute or learn more.
We as a society can't do enough to help kids.
What are we doing here?
It is, again,
What?
there is no
Okay.
issue that is more closely related
I thought it was going to become something more complex than that. Just Cobra Clutch. Crutch. Cobra Clutch. Sorry, y'all. I am really hungry, and I'm not functioning properly as a result.
Very worthwhile non-profit organization. Check it out, folks. You'll feel better about doing some good.
And the power of Kris Statlander is doing her a whole lot of good. It seems like
AEW, I really feel like AEW does not realize how much less seriously they are taken as a promotion because of how they treat their women.
Could it be a mistake?
Might be.
Looks like it certainly. Britt Baker now is in the driver's seat in the match when before.
Unfortunately, it's probably accurate, Rhea.
rocking and firing here, and Britt Baker now trying to get herself in position to offensively deliver a big shot to Statlander. is our main event here on AEW Collision. Jim Ross, Nigel McGuinness, Kevin Kelly ringside. Kris Statlander, TBS champion. Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D. The hometown
Oh, she just fell. Okay. I hate it because I could be enjoying this match more, but I'm so damn crossed that it's a 10-minute match.
Wide open there. We just got word from Tony Khan. He said, no matter how long this match takes, we are going to stay with this, even if it goes past the hour. We're staying here on TNT.
Okay. Now let's see if that's kayfabe or not, because there's been a few times where that's been kayfabed and then the show still ended on time. But, no, don't get me wrong, I appreciate that detail, because what that tells us is there's the potential of the match not ending right when we would expect it to. But, and because it actually has gone overtime a few times, particularly on Dynamite, I can believe it. But also, it better fucking do so. She is really working over her knee there, and that's saying something because she's not a knee, her submission is not knee base. The least they could do, double sling blade. Okay. I'm just going for the swinging neck breaker. Tut. I'm turning it up. I don't want to. That's a spin out power bomb. That's not. That didn't have enough wiliness to be a Blue Thunder. No. I need to call my therapist. Oh.
Still alive. Just didn't have the proper technique to the champion on that particular exchange to pin Britt. She needed more weight on the shoulders.
Absolutely needed to fold up those hips. What an incredible championship.
Oh! Curb stop! Oh my gosh, that always looks so violent when she does it. I'm wondering if it's actually just her or if it's how everyone sells it. 'Cause they eat that mat every time. D.M.D. Oh, I was concerned. I thought she was going to get caught in Saturday Night Fever there. Oh, in right away. She doesn't have that other arm fully hooked, though. There it is. Got it. Hangman Page does not swerve when he drives. I love that upper third so much. Temple plays also. How goes it, man? Welcome. Yeah, same Rhea. I'm not sitting here trying to be like, she's being unsafe. It's just like, because I love hard-hitting moves. Even more so, I love it when they make me question if they're just actually hitting them, or if there is some semblance of work to the strike / execution of any given move. Looks like it looked like Britt spun herself around by her own hair. That was nice. the Nana dance is great. Yeah, I agree. And not for nothing, I get why that's the case with Seth, because for a time being, the curb stomp was actually banned in WWE. In the mid 2010s, you'll notice that Rollins went through a period where his finish kept changing, and it was almost never the curb stomp, save for like 3 or 4 occasions within a 2-window time span, because the move was banned for a bit. Like lifts her foot later than, well, yeah, I get what you're saying, Rhea. Again, that knee, Andrade J Wrestle Dream. I think it's possible we do that in a rematch, but I think, she was going for the, Oh, I was. We are at 10 minutes now. Oh, she just went for the destroyer straight up. Oh my gosh. Oh, she really made me buy it. The crowd was stirring and everything. You could hear the electricity in the building. Yes, you could hear the electricity in the building. That's how, like, the atmosphere was changing. Wow. How long are they going to let this go for? 5 minutes max, I think. When trying to think about how the network would have to operate, not really knowing how it would, just kind of speculating, thinking about how they would have to operate, they could only afford them 5 more minutes before they would have to start cutting into ad times, and they're still going to have to speed up the following show. Yeah, it's going to be rough on them. TBS specifically. But this also gets them more views several times over. Oh my god. Oh my god, a standing one. A standing one. Oh, she's falling. She's falling. Oh, she got that arm free. It's more of a... Oh, she's turning it around. Oh. Statlander. The last time she was in this, she passed out. She didn't tap out. She passed out. Oh, rolled her up. 2, 3. Oh my gosh. What a finish. That was the thumbnail right there. That was great. You could even see Britt trying to hold back a smile because she knows they killed that. Oh, man. That was... 5 more minutes in this match would have been epic.
American Sign Language indeed. Congratulations, Kris Statlander. What an amazing...
You sat in the middle of the ring in protest. I would... Okay. Here with you there, Rhea. Britt's really... Shook her hand on the way out, but that Britt's face tells me this isn't over. She's going to want another shot. And for nothing, I don't blame her. That was not the most definitive ending. I wouldn't want things to go down like that if I were her myself. Going back really quick there. I'll find something right there that looking like my thumbnail. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Really? I'm not going to lie. I kind of wanted Britt to win. Kris Statlander's reign hasn't been doing much for me. She's got a lot of mileage. I think, like in her career, I think there's plenty of time for Statlander to get another title run. I wanted to see Britt make history. I feel like it's been a long time since Britt's had a championship. And not for nothing, I think Britt kind of needs to be re-elevated because her shine has dimmed a bit, you know? I feel like it would have been a slap Jade if Britt went. You know what? That's actually a great point, Rhea. I wouldn't, for that reason, I wouldn't want to, like, feel like it's disrespecting Jade. Even though it does feel, like, so sudden, like, that she's just leaving after everything AEW has really, like, given her. But at the same time, I'm not going to be one of those fans who's going to try and sit there and act like Jade Cargill's being ungrateful for looking out for herself, because this is probably still going to be very good for her. And that shouldn't be discounted. You're very welcome, Zoe. You're very welcome. Anybody who came out, thank you so much for joining. Please do drop a thumbs up. One last call for it if you could be so kind on your way out. Do join us tomorrow. We're going to be going live with some 2K23. It's not going to be my GM mode because we're going to be down someone in the form of Craig. His PC's down. He's going to be needing recovering. We're going to wait for him. Unfortunately, that's going to be a few weeks without that stream. So... For tomorrow, we're going to be doing a little bit of a guest feature. We're going to be having the Grizzlies on for us tomorrow. It's probably just going to be us doing some play matches, having some fun and stuff. join us Tuesday for some Fight Forever. May not have been with us there, but we're going to continue the Fight Forever for that. And it's looking like next Sunday, not tomorrow, but a week from then, is going to be our 200 subscriber special Q&A. I know I've been pushing that off for some time, but yes, get your questions prepared. We're going to be doing that stuffs. But until next time, y'all, I've been Happy Devin. Happy wrestling, y'all. Have a good night. Peace.